Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Blood Omen, the Legacy of Kain. And from the last video, we want to head north, and we want to take out this summoner who's also summoning zombies on us. Go ahead and kill them. And since I took a little bit of damage, we're going to go ahead and feed off this guy. Now, good news in this video, yes, I know you want treats, Zoe, shush, is we are getting, by the end of this video, you should have your mutilations done, 250 of them. This building, we're coming in for some font of putrescence, and then we're going to head back south. We're going to have to kill that summoner again, but that house that we skipped a second ago, we are now going to go in there. But yeah, if you do not, by the end of this video, have 250 mutilations, you're probably close. Head inside here and head into the right for a new item. I'll let Kain explain it.
This cleanses my body of any dangerous poisons. Quite useful with all the filth I find myself surrounded by.
So, if you do get poisoned, you can use an antitoxin to cure yourself. Now, hit that switch to open this door, or this door down here. Don't worry about the ghosts if you have bone armor on. They will ignore you unless you attack them. We need the mace to open most of the chests in here because they are black chests. You don't actually run into too many black chests in this game, but when you do, they're grouped up together. If you do decide you want to fight the ghosts, do not use the mace. Mace is not good against undead. Anyway, hit that switch in between opening these chests to open the door straight across. We don't need the mace for this chest, and as you see, we're getting quite a few items. Once that is done, head down to this room. Open these chests. Now, you have a choice. You can go to the right to get the last item, or you can hit this switch again for secret number 18. This will take us to a secret dungeon that is required if you want the platinum, because this will give you a spell that you will not get otherwise. So I'm going to have our penitence on so that we can easily kill large groups. Head to the left after hitting the switch here. No enemies in this room, so we'll just continue upwards. And here is our spell. Kain, explain, please.
This spell allows me to exploit the petty prejudices of man. Minor grievance would escalate to murderous rage, and oh, the sweet terror when the spell wore off and they saw their hands covered with their neighbor's blood.
So yeah, basically what Inspire Hate does is it will turn all enemies on screen hostile to each other, and they will kill each other instead of killing you. I don't use it too much because I would then lose out on feedings. So don't expect to see too much in the way of Inspire Hate. I might use it here and there, but for the most part, it's a spell I never use. And I mostly don't want to use it here because we do have prisoners that we can feed off of, and everything here is something we can feed off of. So why would I want... Because if you use Inspire Hate on these soldiers, they will kill the prisoners as well. And I'm not sure if those count as slayings for you. Anyway, we'll go ahead and just kill everything. Yeah, I sacrificed a couple of feedings, but here is Rune Triangle 12. So we'll bring him over to that pool of acid to instantly die and move along here. Counts as mutilation, so works for me. Grab these first before we hit that chain. We'll feed on the two prisoners, and we'll just go ahead and kill everything for some more mutilations. Hit this switch and head across. Yeah, we can. Yeah, it's giving you magic refills because it intends for you to use Inspire Hate in this dungeon, but I don't want to. I will go ahead and go for mutilations, but I, I just don't use Inspire Hate. I will, however, use it in this room because this room is very difficult, and I'm starting to run out of my tarots. So, yeah, you see, everything is now ignoring me and just killing each other. I thought about using another tarot, but then I decided, nah, we can just do this and this. And we can change into our wolf to jump to the left for our 10th blood vial, halfway for the trophy, but not maybe about a third of the way to max health. Come in here, you can either use Inspire Hate again or a tarot card. I use the tarot card to kill everything. And here is Rune Triangle 13. You may start to notice that we are getting more rune triangles than we are getting blood vials. That is normal. They're not going to be one-to-one. Step on the teleporter to head back towards the entrance so that we can leave this place. Take this teleporter back to the previous room with all the ghosts. And this is why I did not go to get the last item in this area, because we are coming back here anyway. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the sword because I want to refill my magic. If you're quick enough with your attacks, the ghost shouldn't be too much of a problem. Don't bother reopening chests. You've already looted them. They do not respawn. The last thing here is a magic refill, which is kind of why I wanted to attack the ghost, but doesn't matter anyway. We are finally done with Corhagen, I believe, or if not, there's one more thing to get. We'll figure it out here when we step out. We'll feed off this guy. And we can go ahead and go in here. There's not really anything important. You might want to switch back to your mace. Your choice, mace or iron sword, whichever one you like better. Head down the stairs. We're going to get a few items. By the way, when we got the antitoxin, that was the last item we needed to get. We have collected all items now. So yeah, we have a couple of flame sorcerers that we can stun and feed off of, grab some items, and that's all we're doing here. We are done with Corhagen. We are leaving. Woohoo! Took a while. I mean, our hometown is pretty much a dead town from the plague. Alright, so we are switching weapons back to the iron sword. We are doing this for a reason. Now that we are finally out of here, let's see. This is Corhagen, and this is the Termgot Forest. Remember that place for later. Turn into your wolf and jump up.
Malek's bastion, perched defiantly on the mountaintop, black as night against the blanket of snow. What manner of man would choose a land so harsh and utterly devoid of life?
So you may have seen before we got our Vista view, we got Bat Beacon number 4. Immediately, we are going to use it. So use your bat form. We are going to go to Malek's Bastion. There is no other way to get there. You have to fly to it. Alright, so we are now at Malik's Bastion. So, first things first, we are going to need our energy bolt. Hello, Zoe. Go inside. Secret, above that teleporter is a secret switch that opens this door. Now inside here you need to be very careful about the spike balls that are floating around, especially this one here. The one that goes up will stop right before it will leave and then come down, and you need to be quick. Unfortunately, the other spike ball was coming around at the same time, so I got screwed there. Go. And then watch for the traps on the wall. Get a Heart of Darkness if you need to heal. I would not blame you if you needed to. Now we have the enemy type of this dungeon, Seraphan, and as you see, they don't give you a chance to drain their magic or their blood, and even if they did, it would be blues for health. There is nothing in this dungeon that gives you health, so this is a dungeon where you might need to rely on some Heart of Darkness, which I do, because you really don't have anything living in this dungeon to feed off of. Yeah, I'm going to need some Hearts of Darkness, and I need to put Hearts of... Well, that's a spell. There we go. Alright, let's use a Heart of Darkness. Could use another one, but I will hold off. We'll just continue following the path. Now, this machine that is in this area is going to constantly respawn more Seraphim Knights. You can take the teleporter to leave that room, but if you want a secret, hit the middle two switches. Doing so will open the door to the back room, and in the very back is a secret number 20, the switch that deactivates the machine.
The globe powered the machinery. With its destruction, the deafening shrieks of the machine ceased to echo throughout the bastion. It was now time to silence the machine's maker.
You try my patience, fledgling. Care to try my blade instead?
Alright, this is an area we have been to before, and you don't actually need to fight the ghosts. I'm trying to remember exactly what I need to do here. The door is right next to the teleporter, so ignore me wandering around here. Go outside. There's a few chat logs and a couple of rune triangles and items.
My eyes yearned from lack of contrast. My mouth ached for want of blood. In this cold wasteland, food was scarce, and my hunger grew. The guards at the gate offered no resistance. They were frozen solid, and dead as they stood, their flesh welded to the cold metal of their armor.
Once you've got everything, head in through this door, and the dungeon is going to start getting a little more difficult. Take the right door first, and just wait for the spikes to go down and run through. That was a bad luck for me, but hit that switch there, and then wait for this switch again, or these spikes again, to go down and run through. Then take the left door. From here, quicker to just avoid the sword that's circling around. Hit the switch. And we have some more Seraphim Knights. And we want to head up. Now take your time here to be sure that you do not get hit like I just did. Come through here. We have spike traps. We have axes on the walls. We have arrows. You might want to start using the repel spell. We're going to be using it a lot for the rest of this dungeon. Come down here. The repel will keep you from getting damage from the spike balls, but it will not allow you to run by them. Anyway, you want to hit that switch down there to lower the spikes for quickly, and then quickly cross over, because as you saw, they came back up. Through here, this is definitely a room where you want to use repel. You are not getting through this without repel, most likely, unless you are just godly at this game. Anyway, head over here for a Heart of Darkness and a switch. Head back across, and this time we want to go up as soon as the spike balls will let us. I didn't renew repel because I thought I could get by here without getting hit, but apparently not. But hit that switch that lowers the spikes at the bottom section here so that we can move on to the next area. From down here we get a Seraphan Knight. Take him out. And then we can go to the next section. Just very quickly wait for an opening and run across. If you're not confident on your speed, feel free to use repel. I didn't want to. I'm going to need to here in a minute. or use a Heart of Darkness at the very least. Alright, so avoid the spike traps. Continue going north. You may consider using repel. I didn't. If you time it right, you can get by without taking any damage. I didn't think I was close enough to get hit by those spikes, so I call bullshit. Come over here, we have some more Seraphan Knights. Notice I'm starting to hit them a couple of times and then back up so that I don't take as much damage. But it's all that's in this part. And they're being little bitches now, aren't they? Anyway, we'll take them out here. And this can be difficult to avoid any damage, so run, run, run. Whew. More Seraphan Knights to kill. I backed up so I wouldn't get hit, and he waited and followed me, then hit me. Bastard. Alright, let's use a Heart of Darkness and move along.
A corpse held court on a tattered throne, grinning malignantly at me through blackened teeth.
It is not often that a man sees his own corpse. It is a sobering experience. But I am far less interested in my own corpse than I am in yours. Prepare yourself, vampire!
So we are about to fight Malik. So the strategy is use repel. Repel will make this a simple fight. Use your iron sword. Do not use your mace. Your mace is absolutely useless here. So use repel and then just slash away. He will continue to slash at you. There are 3 phases to this fight. If you keep seeing him back up and he falls to pieces, you're doing it right. There's phase 1. So phase 2, he comes back up, and now he starts doing these attacks that are shooting bolts of energy at you. When repel is wearing off, cast it again. Just keep hacking away. He can't really do anything to you so long as you keep repel up. So as long as you keep repel up, we are now on stage 3. He is continuing the same pattern here. Just keep hitting him. I kind of move around to hit him and get the sound of effect of me hitting him, because I wasn't sure if I was actually hitting him. But when he falls for the 3rd time, move to the top of this room. He will run up to the middle, top middle, and then he will do a energy wave that will kill you and force you to run. So we're waiting for him to now do the energy wave and run to this teleporter. Once you have teleported out, you get your trophy for beating Malik, and we get a new weapon.
Havoc and malice, their presence in my hands keeps me from employing magic. Yet rest assured, they do little to hamper my relish for slaughter. 'Twould seem Malek's destiny with my blade was postponed. Perhaps Ariel could offer further guidance.
So I have a love-hate relationship with the axes because you cannot use items or magic while using them, but they can be pretty powerful. They are required for something specific, and it's basically going to be the only time we're going to use them. But anyway, for us to move along with the story, we must return back to the pillars to get an idea of what we need to do next.
Ah, the Lord returns empty-handed. Does the Seraphim elude you? Very well, go east of Malek's bastion. The Oracle shall give you aid.
Once Ariel tells you to go find the Oracle, teleport back to that last bat beacon that we unlocked right after we escaped Malek's bastion. Soon as you are back, head to the right, and you will want to have the axes equipped. This is the main use we have for the axes. Sometimes there will be trees blocking your path. You can chop them down with the axes. I will show you how they work in combat later, but for the most part, I don't like the axes at all. It really does limit your offense, so I'm switching back to the mace for right now. I would recommend using either the mace or the iron sword over the axes. We're going to go ahead and add some items on. And I'm going to feed off of these bandits, ones that I can, these throwers. Well, I'll get mutilations off of these assholes. And we'll feed off of this guy here. Alright, so we are heading in the way of the Termagot Forest. And a couple of stories.
High upon the face of these cliffs, hidden amongst the complex network of caves, the underground sanctity of the wise Oracle of Nosgoth lay sleeping. Perhaps it was time to brave the winds and seek out this oracle from the vantage point of the heavens.
Oh, little vampire, the game grows interesting. But with so many pawns, can you find the true player?
Alright, so switch to wolf form so you can jump over the water to the ice. The ice will not hurt you. The water will kill you very, very quickly. Once you have jumped all the way across, we have a cave. Guess where we're going? And from here, pretty simple. Now you see there's a teleporter in front of the save point because we're going to get a new spell here. A fairly useful spell, but it will be outclassed shortly. Anyway, just continue following the path, kill the enemies, feed on who you can. Especially now here, I'm probably going to want to use some items for some mutilations. Oh yeah, we're gonna want to use a tarot card here. And just, how did you survive? How are you not stunned? Oh, you died now. Thanks, game. Okay, fuck you. Give me blood. Grab our... our items here, grab our magic refills, hit both switches to open the way forward, and I will let Kain explain the spell.
The human mind is a fragile thing. One minor shock properly timed can render them catatonic and ripe for feeding.
So, as it sounds, the stun spell will stun an enemy and allow you to instantly feed on them. So now, mace not required. The only weakness to it is that it uses up magic. But you can instantly just stun your enemies and feed off of them. And as I said, very useful for right now. Rune Triangle 16 right here. But very, very quickly, we're going to get, not in this video, but early in the next video, we're going to get a spell that is going to make stun obsolete. In fact, it's not going to be very far into the next video. Okay, so I didn't stun him. Okay, I'm hitting him with the mace, but apparently I'm hitting the rock because the game is stupid sometimes. Okay, so stun went right through this guy and hit the other guy behind him, and it did it again. What the hell, game? Anyway, here's Blood Vial 12. I'm not even going to bother stunning these guys. I'm full health now. Let's use a Font of Putrescence. Fuck all of you. And there's our teleporter out. And we can leave the cave now. So we have a spell that is useful, just is going to be overshadowed very quickly. Anyway, we will stun these guys here so we can feed on them. Well, he kind of recovered quickly because I was trying to feed off both of them. Let's feed off of you and take this cave here. Stun you. We are going to go to the right first to get not really a secret, but we're going to get something that is optional that I want to go ahead and get. We don't need it for a trophy, but I want to get it because it is going to be useful, especially in the area we're at now, especially at night. So, enter this cave. Take out any slimes that you can. They will all die to one hit from your mace, so they're very, very simple. Don't worry about using items on the slimes. They're super easy to kill. And through here, we'll head back outside. And we're going to need wolf form here. This is going to lead us to a new blood fountain. This one is one that many games you probably won't see any use for.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us. The snow will do you no harm, for our blood preserves.
So normally, you probably are not going to go out of your way to get the Blood Fountain of Snow immunity because in a normal gameplay where you're not trying to get certain trophies that require you to explore around, you'll never be in these snow areas at night. That's when it snows. At night, it will snow in areas such as this, and just like with the rain, you will take damage if you are out in the and while it's snowing, unless you have the immunity from one of these blood fountains. But anyway, once we are done with that, head back into the cave and head to the left. Kill the slimes in your path. For some reason, Kain acted like he got hurt there, but I don't know why. I don't recall there being anything there that can actually damage you, so I don't know what happened there. Anyway, wolf forms required here to jump down. And just continue going through the caves. We will eventually get to our location. Inside here we have a new enemy, the Will-O-Wisp. Use items or magic against them. They are very, very resistant to physical attacks. They're not a very common enemy. You do run into them occasionally, not very often. But just use a flay or energy bolt or use some kind of spell to just kill them outright. But continue to venture up. If you have not figured it out, this is the Oracle Caves. This is where the Oracle that Ariel wanted us to find it resides. Alright, so I didn't mean for stun. I wanted a font of putrescence, and I find it funny how even things that are not humans will scream like a man when they touch a pool left from a font of putrescence. I guess that's something that they just forgot to change. Anyway, come down here and out into this next cave. This kind of reminds me of Death Mountain on Zelda 2 with all the cave systems. At least it doesn't have insanely hard enemies for our levels. Alright, so with enemies like this in these caves from now, Energy Bolt is your weapon of choice. Now these crystallized rock formations will always have something, whether it be some blood refills or an item or a magic refill. Some of them even will contain things such as a blood vial or a rune triangle. Now the regular rock formations that you see around here, they can have items in them, but they can also be empty. So your choice if you want to search all these rock formations for items. If you want to skip that, that is fine. But again, these crystallized formations will always have something. And this room that we're in, you can go left or right for different items. I chose to go right because there was that magic orb that we picked up. But you could go left as well. You do not need to explore the whole room. In fact, I will not. I specifically just went towards the left to get that flay. Continue along here. We will want to go to the left. I don't know why I am using my energy bolt when I'm meaning to use my mace. But right here is our 13th blood vial. These little wolf enemies will take 4 energy bolts, and there's going to be another version of them that we are going to encounter later that will take 6. It is a good thing that the game does give you orbs of magic to refill your magic. Just some of them you will need to open some rocks to get. Anyway, continue down here. Let's kill you. If you're fast enough with the spells, you can keep interrupting that wolf's attack so he never hits you. But hitting that switch will open this door from when we first came in. So let's see. Head towards the right. Your choice if you want to use repel or not. I chose not to. Now, right here, we want to wait for this spike ball to come back across. It will not go far enough to the right that you can sneak by it. You have to wait for it to come back to the left to sneak by. And I say that, and then it sneaks far enough. Anyway, let's grab that magic orb. Let's kill this wolf. And I want to kill you. You kind of remind me of chimeras from Fallout. And just continue along here. There's some blood refills if you need it. Now we're back where we started, obviously. So again, wait for the spike ball. Move across, and the door to the north is open now, so follow it through. Now we have new enemies. Well, not new enemies, but ones we haven't fought yet. Break those. Get some blood and a flay. Avoid the spikes and arrows. There's a magic ball. And we want to take out these two enemies. And we want to hit this switch up against the wall. So wait for an arrow to fire before you touch it. Kill the last enemies here. And the door to our left is open. Go through it. Now we've been in this area before because you see the ghosts. As you see, the mace is not very good even against the ghosts. So continue using your magic. But this door is open now, so we're entering a new area. Continue just killing everything. If you do not have your mutilations by the time you get done with this cave, you're very close. Because I do get my 250 around here. Somewhere in this cave I get my 250. And let's break this for blood. Continue down. And go, go, go. Energy bolt this guy to death. We're almost out of magic. I think we got just enough to kill this one. If I don't fuck it up. I'm out of magic. God damn it. Alright, let's use a flay. You will more likely run out of magic here if you're not breaking rocks, but there's a purple orb. If I can grab it. Healed about half my magic. The ice looking things you can't break, so don't even bother trying. But head to the right and hit this switch up here after checking this rock and killing. This is the wolf that I was talking about that will take 6 energy bolts. So that opens the door to the south. Go through. Follow the path. Alright, before I break that rock, I want to kill this wolf. Nope, no magic orb or anything. That's kind of what I'm wanting, is a magic orb. Alright, grab that and kill this wolf. And another wolf to kill. We are out of magic, so I'm going to need a flay to finish it off. Let's see, can I get a magic orb in one of these rocks? Yes, I can. Alright, let's get back to our energy orb. Ooh, that one actually filled us up. Cool. Alright, we got a crystalline rock here that will have some blood for a refill. Ow. And be very, very careful here. If you go too fast, you will land in the spikes or get hit by the arrows. You might want to use repel. But yeah, you see here, I'm interrupting his attack every time I cast a spell. So just remember that one takes 6 and casts 6 times. Here is our next rune triangle, number 17. We're getting very close to the trophy for the rune triangles. I'm trying to decide if on the rune triangles, if I want to continue marking them down whenever we find them after 20, or if I'm going to just say, okay, no more, and just as we pick up more rune trials, like here's bonus. There's about 40 rune triangles and blood vials, as I stated in the first video. So I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and continue to mark down rune vials with the text or not. I guess we'll find out whenever I find number 21 if I feel like doing it or not. So we got another new enemy here. Not very tough, as you saw. Takes about 4 spells, and again you can interrupt it just like the wolves. Alright, from here, just continue following the path. More wolves to kill. Go through this left door. You could use your werewolf form to go down, jump down, but we want to actually head this way first. Wait. Ow. Because there's rune triangle 18, and we can kill this guy. And yeah, I needed that. I was just about out of magic, so good thing. Right here we can get some blood. And right here we can get some flays. Alright, again, be careful with the ice. Watch the arrow. Kind of mixes in, but there is a switch right there. Required so that we can move forward. That opens this door right here. And we have a save point. Congratulations, we have found the Oracle.
The shield was newly crafted. Its metal shone brightly in the firelight. The crest I did not recognize. A guillotine, its blade still wet with blood. Hidden amidst the many obscure artifacts in that museum, I discovered an ancient chronicle. This passage caught my eye. It was during these dark times, infested with the plague of the undead, that the Circle brought the Seraphan to existence. Trained to be devoutly loyal to the Circle and the perfect exterminators of the undead scourge, they were led to many victories by the righteous paladin, Malek. They cleansed the vampires with fire and released their souls to more blessed realms. There is no wrath as terrible as that of the righteous. I'd read enough. At once, disgusted and intrigued, I placed the book back down in that museum. Odd. This armor resembled that of the ward and his minions, yet the steel seemed newly fashioned and untarnished by time. I recognized this crest from my youth. 'Tis the sigil of the mighty lion of Willendorf, blood-stained and rusted upon this battered shield.
A nobleman, seeking wisdom. Death has taught you well.
Enough philosophy, I seek answers.
Answers indeed. I have them all if you have the questions. And what are the questions for these answers? King Atmar, the only hope to defeat the legions of the Nemesis. King Atmar, paralyzed by his princess's malaise. King Atmar the useless. Pray, good sir, what are the questions?
A pox upon your tricks and babble, old man. Answer me this. Who is Malek, and how can I defeat him?
All in time, Sirrah. Yes, time. Unless you master it, it will master you. And now it's time for your answer. Malek, defender of the Nine, and last of the Seraphin sorcerer priests. His vanity led to the slaughter of the Circle at the hands of the vampire Vorator. For his failing, his spirit was fused to a hellish set of magical armor. He has allowed no member of the Circle to fall since.
What of this Vorador?
Follow the glow of the Ignis Fatuus to the Termagant Forest.
Ignis Fatuus?
The Ignis Fatuus lights the path to hell, nobleman. Your path. Time, Kain? Next time.
That was a weird tattoo on his head. Ah, well, we'll never see him again. His part of the story is done. We'll never see him again. Never, ever. Not throughout the entire series will we ever see that character again. But anyway, that opens this door and we can get the new spell.
Through this magic, I can stop my enemies in their tracks. Frozen in time, they can do nothing to hinder their own doom. Sometimes I draw out their fate, for the added fear sweetens their blood.
Honestly, I never use the incapacitate spell. I mean, stun kind of does a little bit better. Same thing, but a little bit better. And then again, there's going to be another spell that we get that is going to make stun useless. Anyway, from here on, continue down. Now remember, thing to keep in mind is enemies that come up against little obstacles like these rocks, they cannot get through them to hurt you. So you can stay on the other side and hit them with magic or attacks. Alright, so take out that will-o-wisp and take out this will-o-wisp and then this slime and out this door. We're almost done. I was going to do this next part for the next video, but this video was running a little short on the time that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be around an hour. We are going to want the axes equipped now. We're going to have a couple of instances where we need the axes to chop down some trees. So this would have fit more into the next video, but I was running a little short, so I decided to at least do this first part here to lengthen this video. This is optional. We don't really need that item unless you really want it, which obviously I did. Be careful of these little pods here. They're shooting fireballs. You cannot, I repeat, cannot kill them. Timbergot Forest. Now, before we go left, go to the right. To the right is essentially our halfway point on bat beacons. This is 6 of 13, so it is less than half, but when we get the next one, we are more than halfway done. So I guess we can consider this half. Alright, head back, and we're going to have to kill this wolf again. And you're kind of seeing with the axes, if you keep attacking quick enough, he will do this little spinning melee. It will destroy things pretty quickly, but don't rely on it too much. It does kind of leave him open. Okay, so we want to drag this wolf over here, take it out, and you see the tree just to our north. We want to chop this in so that we can get into this building. This building is going to give us a new form.
Iron Sword. When in mist form, I am invulnerable to physical weapons, blade and claw. I can seep through locked doors and cracks and move swiftly like a shadow fleeing light.
Mist form is one of the most useful forms that we are going to have. This is going to open up a lot of things for us now. When we are in mist form, we cannot take damage from physical attacks or from water. Magical attacks will still hurt us. I meant to change to stun, but apparently it is no longer on my magic here. So we will just equip the stun spell, and we're going to stun these two guys and feed. Now this entire dungeon here is really just to teach you about how mist form works. So the water does not hurt us, as you see. We cannot attack in mist form. Gated doors such as that we can go through. Arrows will not hurt us. Physical attacks like swords will not hurt us. These here are little vortexes that will pull us in. If Kain gets caught in them, he cannot move when he is in mist form. You'll have to transform back. These fireballs will hurt you, so be careful with them. Now, Kain cannot attack in mist form, so switch back, and we want to kill these liches, so I'm going to use a Pentalock of Tarot to kill them. Then we can go back into mist form to cross the water. Kain will be constantly losing magic as you are in mist form, so keep that in mind. Come up here, and we're going to go back to vampire form to kill these zombies. And turn back into mist form right here and go up. Inside this room is Rune Triangle 19 and Blood Vial 14. Head back through here to go back to the previous room. And mist form will allow you to get through these little grates right here, or this little barrier here, so that we can get those items. In here, take out these liches however you wish. If I had more magic, I would have just used my energy bolt, but I'm kind of running low, and we'll get those items. And I don't think we really need mist form all that much now. Well, we're going to need it to get through the door. The corners do have some shadow enemies, so be aware of that. They're kind of hard to see. We'll use mist form to go through the door. When we come in here, we hit this switch to lower the spikes, but stay in mist form. It won't hurt you. And we get a magic refill. Now, when we come in here, we've stepped on a vortex. Even as a vampire, as you see, it is pulling me in. To get out of the way of the vortex, just go up to the wall up to the north. Then you can turn on mist form and just go through the spikes. Inside this next room, we have some ghosts. Remember, ghosts give blue blood instead of red, so they will not heal you, but they will replenish your magic. Kill the ghosts here. Kill any ghosts you want. You definitely want to kill these 4 that are here, because they can become annoying as you're trying to do stuff. Hit the switch to open the door so you can return back to the beginning. And we're going to end the video here. If you're enjoying the walkthrough, drop a like. Feel free to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video.